Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Channel Up, and today we bring you a fresh twist on the Mohbad issue. A new video has surfaced. This one is longer, more detailed, and very different from the earlier one I have shared on Karimot. In this one, Karimot, the woman many call the second nurse, sits down for an extended interview where she lays everything bare. In this interview, she didn't hold back. No shortcuts. She speaks directly, defending herself against accusations that have trailed her name since Mohbad's passing away 2 years ago. If you have ever wondered what her full story sounds like and how she got involved in this mess, then this is the main video you should be watching. Let us roll the video. Stay tuned.
When you granted that first,
I was in my house in. Oh, sorry, did I say Nigeria now?
you need to be very cautious of what you
I
are
was
saying.
in the US. Sorry, I was in the US.
So please just say it one more time again.
I was in the US, in my house in the US.
So now, that was the first interview you granted after you heard that Mohbad passed away. All right. The second interview that you granted with Daddy Freeze, were you in Nigeria or you were still in the US?
I was in Nigeria, Sango Ota area, in one of my uncle's house.
All right. Thank you very much for that clarification. Now,
Mommy J, if you comment,
The commenters are the problem. Ignore.
Yeah, that's a slip of tongue. We all know that. But let me just try
Obviously, people know.
Karimot. When I ask you a question, I want you to just chill. When I ask you a question, I just want you to chill before you say anything, so that all these people that are trying to, we know that you are in there. Just take your time before you say anything. Just say your own truth. Okay. We have 1,000 people watching right now. Be very careful with what you say. I know that you were staying in America when you granted the first interview. All right, but in case of those people that want to choose, yeah. So now we've already heard that the first interview granted, it was in the US. The interview with Daddy Freeze, you were in Songota in Nigeria. Now, for those that says that there's a lot of rumors saying, oh, Karima was the doctor, is the nurse. Now, this is, I know the answer, but just for the viewers. Now, they were saying there are a lot of rumors trying to get to your skin. Oh, is Karima is a nurse that injected Mohbad. Now, if you were still in the US when you granted that Nollywood actress, that woman the interviewer was a Nollywood actress, right?
Yeah, and the interview was on Instagram.
Yes, that woman was, but the interviewer, the host was a former actress.
And then she was still was she in Dubai? I think she was still in Dubai. I don't think she has moved to Nigeria then. She was in Dubai then.
So for those that were asking that you were the nurse that treated Mohbad, now I want to ask you a straight question, and I also want you to, that is, if you want to. If you don't want to, nobody can push you to do that. But if you want to do that for transparency's sake, I will implore you to go ahead and do it. But now, what date and time did you arrive in Nigeria?
I'm not going to answer that question. If they want to buy, they should buy.
Okay.
Bossman, if this question have come from you, I will respect you. And I respect Yekude. I will say it. You know what? I will even bring my passport out and show you guys now. But do you know the reason I'll not say it? Because they don't deserve it.
Karimot.
I'm not going to say the date and time. Never.
Okay.
But I was not in Nigeria. If they don't believe me, they should petition. They pay the son a huge amount.
Let me change it.
Hold on. You can't keep me short. Hold on, please.
Bossman, that's the issue. Let her land, please.
They paid Sanshitu a huge amount of money. Part of his job is to petition me because if they think I'm in Nigeria, they should tell Sanshitu to petition me that I was in Nigeria.
Good.
I will never reveal the dates that I arrive. They should spend their money, the money they pay to Sanshitu, let him petition me that I'm in Nigeria when Mohbad died.
Okay.
And if the case was wrong, the only place I will say the dates and documents, if they can petition me that I'm in Nigeria, I'll present my document and I'll present copies from the U.S. Department of Homeland and Security. I will, aside from my passport, they will print out CCTV footage, the airport CCTV footage. When I was departing the U.S. to Nigeria, how many people that departed the U.S. for Nigeria with me? The amount of people that departed with me, the Department of Homeland and Security, if I approach them, they will present it to me in a brown envelope. I will take it to Nigeria, or they will mail it to Nigeria. And after the truth comes out, you will pay me the damages.
All right. So now, let me, yes, now, very good. But before I ask the next question, let me just say this. Now, you've heard Karima clearly stating that she put a challenge to you lawyers, either from the Baba side or the other side. So if you believe that Karima was the nurse or she was in Nigeria before the demise of Mohbad, tell your lawyer to petition her. And Karima, if they petition you, will you answer?
If they petition me that I was in Mohbad's house before he passed away, I was part of the people in the house, I will answer. I'm not going to be the only one that will answer. They will petition me, and I will go down to the Department of Homeland and Security, and we go from there. Right, I'm not going to be the only person that will respond to them. The Department of Homeland and Security will respond.
It is the duty of the lawyers, both lawyers, to go and do their own homework.
Because do you know why those ones will be involved? Every other information that will be revealing at the court, or that will be sending to the court, to the judge, will come from Department of Homeland and Security.
All right. I understand you right. This other question,
pay me for damages.
Yeah, this other question is a little bit similar to this question I asked you earlier on. So the first question I asked you earlier that you say you don't want to answer is that because I asked for the date and time.
I never said I don't want to answer.
No, you said you don't. I
never said I don't want to answer.
No, you said you want to keep it to yourself.
No, let's be careful with our words. I never said I don't want to answer.
Okay.
The only way I'm going to answer is with a petition.
Petition, I got you.
I never said I don't want to answer.
Thank you for saying that.
We have to be careful with what we say.
Yeah. Now, I want to ask another question that is a little bit similar to that, but if you don't want to answer it, it's a little bit similar and very tricky too. Mm-hmm. So, and you don't want to answer that, nobody can force you to give any answer to that. You have the right to remain silent. So now, there was a video or footage of you when during the candle night of Mohbad, when you raised someone's hands up. All right. Now, for the viewer that we have, so for the viewers that we have here, and according to your title, Revealing the Truth, me, I already know the answer. I'm only trying to help out for the transparency thing and all that, and accountability. So what I'm asking you is that, I don't know, but you have to, if you don't want to talk about it, if you don't want to answer it,
I never said if I don't want to.
No, I just said that I'm really giving you my own option that this next question, if you don't want to answer it, you are free to remain silent.
So what? I'm going to answer every question. I'm smart. I know
all right.
And I love challenges.
So we saw that was the first footage of you that we saw when you raised a woman's hand up. Mm-hmm. Did you I'm not asking for the date and time. Did you arrive in Nigeria before the demise of Mohbad or after the demise of Mohbad?
I thought I just answered that.
No, this one is a little bit stick-fish. Like I said, that one I was asking for the date and time.
After the demise of Mohbad.
Thank you. Because after the demise of Mohbad, after you heard that Mohbad has died, right? Okay, so that was when we saw you on the candle night, right? All right. So in one of your interview, I apologize. I don't really know if it was the first interview or the second interview. I know that in one of the interviews, you gave us the little bit of history of Mohbad. That Mohbad was hit with the back of the gun when it was when the people came to storm the house
On the edge.
head. We are aware of that story. All right. So you confirming that we understand. So you said so the story Mohbad went to the hospital according to what you just stated earlier on. And then I guess he went to is it one hospital in Abeokuta, right?
Neuropsychiatric hospital.
Yeah, is it in Abeokuta?
At Itaoshin.
You're right, is there?
On the left side.
Yes, is there?
It's colored yellow and pink or yellow.
That is right. Yellow, pink, I mean green, light green.
Yeah. Arrow. They call it arrow.
Arrow, I know that arrow. That is the aspect of
Neuropsychiatric hospital, arrow.
Exactly.
Itaoshin.
So
Abeokuta. That is the hospital you went to.
Yeah. So I guess there are some people from the family of Mohbad that also confirmed that he also went to a place like that as well.
And I was the one that told him to go, and he went there, he got treatment, and he was okay.
Yeah. Adubi, the reason why I was not going straight
I didn't get an accolade for that. I was bashed.
Adubi, the reason why I was not going straight to the point is that I'm trying to bring people's mind and I try to make her to understand what I'm trying to talk about. So just let me dance around a little bit so that she will understand what we're talking about. We're trying to do a little bit of clarity here. So now, did you ever at any point prescribe any medication from your own end that you Mohbad?
Bossman, if you don't have any other question, can someone else talk? Because I've just explained that now.
No, hold on. You didn't allow me to land. You didn't allow me.
Not holding on. I have just said that. You have another question? Can you move to it?
Okay. Bossman, please just let me chip in some ways. You know what? Hey, Karimo is the nurse in America. What you people in Nigeria that you don't understand is a nurse cannot prescribe drugs for you. Do you know, right?
I don't even have the power to prescribe.
That is exactly what I wanted.
You know what? You know that thing? That question is too expensive. You cannot do that. Not say I'm siding her. You know, since the day before yesterday that they are doing all these shenanigans, I don't even intervene in it.
Yeah, Lady
but
Bola,
on that particular question that you are asking, is a big case in America. No one can go into it.
Yeah, do you know why?
Even when you are working in a facility, in your mad book, if you do a mistake, they are going to fire you.
All right.
There is no excuse that I'm sorry. No.
I know.
You have already learned. They have already taught you. So you can't make that mistake.
All right. So,
I just want to chip in that.
Thank you for that. See, I actually know all those things. I only ask you questions.
I don't prescribe.
Thank you. That is what I was expecting you to talk about, because I'm asking all my questions based on the rumors. Okay? And I want you to use your own mouth to say it. All right? I'm not trying to set you up or whatever. They're just
Boss, this is what I'm trying to avoid. That I'm apologizing. Please.
Now
I don't want that to be triggered.
All right. No. This is not a setup. All right. I'm just doing this for Karimo. Now, the next question is this.
And I'm treating you specially because of the Yekudi.
Just chill.
I want you to know that.
Now, the next question is this. Since according to this last and the previous question I asked you, that you said that you came to Nigeria, you landed after the demise of Mohbad. Then that has actually answered the other questions that I want to ask you, because those that are saying that you were the nurse that came
for God to ask me where I raised the hand up.
Because I've already know those questions, so it's not necessary. The woman that you were, okay, The woman that you raised their hand up. At some point, we thought that was Wumi. You already cleared the hair one time that person was Mama Jumon. Is it Jumon, right? Yeah, Jumon.
Yeah, Tunde. That's Yawumesi.
Yeah, Tunde.
And what I did was, it was like this: justice. What does this mean? What does this mean? What does it mean?
Right.
What does it mean? Solidarity and justice. Is that not what it means? Do you just raise this up? Who are the people that do this? When you raise this hand up, it means when you want justice, when you are trying to ask for justice. Is that not when you raise those hand up? Don't you guys think? You don't think?
All right. So anyway, those are the questions.
Died and we need justice. And I was doing this justice. And if you go back to that time, those period, I was still like, they lied to me. During those period, I was still asking for justice. I was being lied to.
So, okay, with what you just said now, at what point did you realize that you've been lied to? At what point? Go.
After I got back to the United, I got to know I was being lied to from Nigeria. Because of the way they were doing. At some point, if they want to talk, if I'm coming, they kept quiet. Olori Buruku ni ẹ̀rọ tó bèrè question yẹn. Mama Tunde too want justice. Ṣé Olori Buruku ààrẹ ò gbọ́ pé mo sọ pé irọ́ ló ń pa fún mi.
Anybody that want to ask you a question, let them come up.
During that time in Nigeria, I'm still in the dark. Or whatever that I've done in Nigeria, I was in the dark. Okay? And if you look at it, it was when I got to the US back that I started coming out for them.
Okay. So, no, you have
got to know that something is fishy while I was in Nigeria. Because sometimes when they are talking and I'm coming, when they are talking and I'm coming, they'll keep quiet. They'll give themselves sign. If I'm driving and they want to talk, you know, through the front mirror, you can see what is going on in the back. They are giving themselves sign languages. That is when I know something is going on. Coupled with whatever, everything Mohbad told me. And Mohbad did not call me. It wasn't like she snitched on them. She said everything right in front of them. And I asked them, why was this and that? None of them could talk. And that was why I said, kneel down and beg your mother-in-law. Why will you tell her not to hold her baby until 41 days? Ṣolórí burúkú ni ẹni ṣé ilé ìgbàwé ẹ̀ lẹ́yìn ni. Kí ìyá ọkọ má gbọ́mọ ẹ̀ fún 41 days. Ṣé ilé ìgbàwé ẹ̀? Ṣé ìyá Túndé lè gbàwé ẹ̀? So, tó bá kí n ṣolórí burúkú kúnlẹ̀ kò bẹ̀yọ̀ ọkọ ẹ̀. That was where the hatred started from. There was hatred prior to Mohbad's death. Sure you get. But everything they thought when I came home, they know me though. Don't get it wrong. They know me too well. So if they could have their way, they would tell me not to come to Nigeria. Because they know I will see a lot of things. And the way I was seeing it, I thought I had one jacking bomb on me until 41 days. Ó pẹ̀lú nǹkan tí mo fi gbégbà tí fún un pa. Ó ń ṣí ere ni. Mo ń bẹ sọ̀rọ̀ ń walk away. Ṣé nǹkan tó ṣe lójú ààrẹ ṣó wà òkè ni? Ọ̀gbẹ́ni wá bí mo gbégbà tí folórí burúkú. Pé wá ìyá ọkọ ẹ ló lè má gun galegale. Ṣé mi lè gbàrú ẹ̀ ni? Tó ní kí ọkọ ẹ má gbé ọmọ until 41 days. Ọkọ ẹ náà ò dẹ̀ rí nǹkan kan ṣe sí. And your husband didn't say anything. But I begged Iya Mohbad. I knelt down and she knelt down. And that was how I settled everything. Okay? Mama, everything tí mo settle ni pé ìjà ìyá ọkọ síyàwó ni mo settle. Torí after this show now, you know I'm gonna say Karimo sọ pé òun ti settle gbogbo ẹ̀. I settled the rift. Kò fún mi lóúnjẹ, ó máa ń tilẹ̀kùn, ẹran kan ló máa ń fi sórí kinní. Ṣé you get? Kò jẹ́ kí n gbọ́mọ mi. Ìjà tí mo parí nìyẹn o. Kò ń ṣe ìjà ikú tó pa Mohbad o. Torí wèrè ló pọ̀ ní ẹ máa lọ yí ń sìn. Have I cleared you that part, bossman?
So now,
bossman,
stay at the scene of you raising the hand of Yatunde up. Do you have any reason why Wumi was not at the gathering? Do you have any idea? Was he there at the gathering or not?
She cannot go now. I think she cannot go there now. Iya Mohbad gan ni kó má lọ. Iya Mohbad was at the house. Wumi was at the house. Both of them was at the house. They didn't go.
Okay. So this, I guess this is going to be my last question.
That was shortly after his demise. So the reason why she did not go was because if she go there, she will be crying. So why will she go to that place?
So
And people now be say, don't cry, don't cry. She will get emotional and start crying. So
at what point did you decide to get a lawyer for Wumi? And what prompted you to get a lawyer?
oh, wow. I've said this multiple times.
Or maybe I've not joined you there at that time.
Not today, but you have heard me say it now. I got to Nigeria.
Maybe you've said it before. I'm only saying all these things for clarity's sake. Oh. You said revealing the truth.
On Bridget Misa interview, a friend of mine in the US, her mom was a sister to lawyer Falano, Sam Falano. So she saw the interview I did on Bridget Misa, with Bridget Misa. She now told her mom is also a nurse. She's a nurse. Her mom is a nurse. Myself and her mom used to work together at the same place. And also our mom runs an African store. So I usually purchase items from my mom. And her dad was the one that did my daughter's christening, naming ceremony ọmọ mi. Bàbá ọkọ àbúrò Sam Falana ló ṣe kó mọ fún ọmọ mi, wọ́n ní pastor lọ́kọ wọn. So when they now saw me, they said, aya mi ti ẹni iṣó ti ń rù. Aya mi ní iṣó ti ń rù. Yeah. Jẹ́ kí n sọ fún ẹ̀gbọ́n mi tẹ́ bá máa need the lawyer kó ràn yín lọ́wọ́. That was how the issue of lawyer came in. So they now call me that night because you know then now the issue was all over the place. They now call me that night. Sam Falano's daughter, I think yes, Sam Falano's daughter called me with that lady and one other lady, because you know now they are cousins, right? So they both called me, they spoke to me, they spoke to Wumi. Right there, Wumi was still saying the same thing she told all Nigerians. They now said, we need to come. Baba now said, so they told us, Baba said we should come to his office 9 p.m. that day. They called me earlier during midnight. So that day, Baba scheduled an appointment for us for 9 p.m. Due to traffic, we couldn't get to that place at 9 p.m. Baba had to reschedule to the following morning, I think 9 a.m. in the morning, and we went there. And when we got there, we met with Baba. The same thing she told all Nigerians were what she told Baba while I was there. Myself, Olori Buruku Yatunde, Olori Buruku Wumi, Iya Wumi, Liam. We went there. Olori Buruku Yatunde was downstairs. We all went up there. After she explained her part to Baba, Baba now said, "Fún mi ní nọ́mbà Baba Okwe." She now gave Baba Sam Falana, her father-in-law's number. Baba now said, "Mi ò need the number Yokwe, torí Yokwe, èmi àti Yokwe ti sọ̀rọ̀ lánàá." So I'm kind of confused with that there. Ṣé ìyá Mohbad náà ti lọ rí Sam Falana tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ ni? Àbí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn kò yé mi. Because Baba said, "Mi ò need the number Yokwe, èmi àti Yokwe ti sọ̀rọ̀ lánàá." So she gave. Then when Ngata dé sálẹ̀ mo ní Wùnmí, ṣé o gbọ́ nǹkan tí bàbá yẹn sọ? Ṣé màmá ti lọ rí Sam Falana ni tí wọ́n sọ fún wa? I don't know. Ṣé you get? Well, it's none of my business. So the only person she gave the only person she gave The only number she gave to Sir Falana was her father-in-law's number. And we left. And I met that Olori Buruku Konibaje there at Sir Falana's office. Have I answered that?
You really answered that. And what you just said now is exactly how you said it. How you said it sometimes ago in two different places. I was paying attention to the time and all that, and the same thing you said back then is the same thing you said now. That's a very good one. Now I'm going to drop now, but let me just ask you one more thing. At what point did you, after you got there, and you still believe that what they're telling the public is what they're telling you to? And at what point do you now realize that? Because when you the first, is it the first or second interview? No, with Daddy Freeze, you said you spoke with Baba. So at what point did you now realize that it was not Baba you spoke with?
Even when I realized I didn't talk to Baba, was when I went to Confi's platform and Confi chased me away. And Mommy Jokem, is it on Confi chased me away? Then I went to another platform. Was it Westo platform? I went to another platform and Mommy Jokem kept repeating that question. Are you sure you spoke to Baba? Are you sure it is really Baba that you spoke to? At first I was arguing with her. I will not lie. I said, it's Baba. He said, are you sure? And I paused a little bit. I said, wait. Our family, and I went back to listen to the voice note of when Yatunde was dragging me, and I gave it to her back to back. So I now listened to those voice notes again. That was when I now added when she said, Oloshi, only kan gbe phone fún Baba Mohbad. Baba Mohbad o mo eri ko shi lo. Kini. That's when I said, wow. So it is actually truth. And when I found out the truth, I will clap for myself. I took it upon myself and came out and said, I never spoke to Baba. Yatunde lied to me that she gave the phone to Baba. I never spoke to. It wasn't Baba she gave the phone to. Have I answered your question? And that was later. It was not even immediately I got back to the US. And because when I got back to the US, I was still coming for Baba, thinking it was Baba that I spoke to.
Welcome back. That was quite heavy. That was heavy. Now, what stands out in this interview is how determined this woman is to clear her image. She went all in, naming her profession, linking her identity to her family and reputation abroad, and warning that those trying to frame her won't succeed. She is not just denying involvement, she is building a wall around her credibility. Another key takeaway is her insistence on accountability. She openly dares anyone with evidence to petition her or prosecute her. She answered all questions directly, and she said, remember, in one of the questions, she said she is not afraid to answer any question. Any question can be sent to her or can be asked her, and she would answer it accordingly, especially since she's the one standing for herself. So she doesn't want to be dragged. She doesn't want to be faced with trauma, the kind of trauma she has faced since 2 years. Okay, here is the flip side. This new footage does not answer the real mystery. If she did not treat Mohbad, then who did? The first nurse, yeah? Who was the first nurse? Why has her name remained tied to this story instead of the first nurse? And how did the narrative of a second nurse become a strong thing in the first place? The contradictions around who attended to Mohbad that night remain the biggest question mark. And this interview, long as it is, only fuels that uncertainty. If she was not the nurse, who was the real nurse, and who sent for those drugs? Who prescribed those drugs that that people ran out around 3 a.m. to go and buy, according to the driver? So from my own point of view, Karimot is desperate to put her version on record before it is too late. Whether Nigerians accept it or not, it's another matter. What this video proves is that every player in this saga is trying very hard to shield themselves first, while justice for Mohbad remains stuck in limbo. So I leave you with this. If every voice in this case is busy defending their own name, who is really speaking for Mohbad? This is what I wanted to answer. Thank you so much for staying this far. Please like our videos, share them. Don't forget to subscribe to Channel Up, where you get updates about trending issues. I want to see your comments in the comment section so we could engage together. See you next time. Bye.